I'm 76 years old, and I now spend 10 minutes every morning planning how to move through my own house. Not where I'll go or what I'll do, how I'll physically move. Which route from the bedroom to the bathroom has the most things to hold on to. Whether I should sit on the bed to put on my slippers before standing. Which arm I'll use to push myself up from the toilet. And yesterday, standing in my bedroom, rehearsing in my mind how I'd make it safely to the kitchen, I had this crushing realization. I'm not living in my house anymore. I'm surviving it. It started maybe 6 or 7 months ago when I began thinking more carefully about certain movements. That seemed cautious. The kind of thing you should do at my age. Just being careful. But then the planning spread to everything. Getting out of bed became a process. Roll to the right side. Sit up slowly. What used to be automatic, thoughtless, became a choreographed sequence I had to execute perfectly or risk falling. I live alone. I've lived alone for 9 years since my wife died. And living alone after 75 means there's no one there to help you if you fall. No one to steady you if you lose your balance. No one to witness your careful navigation through your own home and understand what it means. Thinking through every movement before you make it. Calculating routes through your own house based on safety rather than convenience. The bathroom became the most dangerous room. Getting on and off the toilet required a plan. Hand on the sink, lower slowly. Don't lean too far forward, push up with both arms. Every trip to the bathroom was a calculated risk, and I'd find myself avoiding going because the whole process was exhausting and frightening. When was the last time you moved through your house without fear? Without planning each step like you're defusing a bomb? Showering turned into an elaborate ritual of preparation and caution. Before I even turned on the water, I'd plan the whole sequence. How I'd step into the tub, where I'd hold on, how I'd position myself under the water without losing balance. The shower itself took 10 minutes. Planning and psyching myself up for it took 30. And some days I'd go through the whole mental preparation and then decide it wasn't worth the risk. Better to skip it. The kitchen became a maze of hazards I had to navigate carefully. The refrigerator door could throw off my balance when I opened it. Carrying anything from counter to table meant walking without using my hands for balance. I started leaving things where they fell, because bending down to pick them up felt too dangerous. Started eating from containers at the counter because carrying a plate to the table was too risky. I stopped using half my house. The basement stairs were too dangerous, so I just didn't go down there. The spare bedroom upstairs was too far from things to hold on to, so I kept that door closed. My world contracted to just the spaces I could navigate with maximum support and minimum risk. Saw me grip furniture and walls. Saw me rest between rooms. And I could see the concern growing on his face. He asked if I was okay, and I said yes, just taking my time. But he kept watching me that whole visit, seeing something I'd been trying to hide. Seeing his mother who couldn't move through her own home without careful calculation and constant fear. Before he left, he said something that shook me. He said, "Mum, you look terrified in your own house." And he was right, afraid of my own body failing at the exact moment I needed it most. Living alone after 76 had become living in constant fear of the next misstep. That night I sat in my chair, as I did most nights, and thought about getting up to go to bed. And I spent 20 minutes planning the route. Stand from the chair using both armrests. Walk to the wall. Use the wall to get to the stairs. At the top, pause to recover. Walk to the bedroom, using the wall. And I was exhausted just thinking about it. Do you delay doing things because the physical effort of getting there safely is more than you can face? All the hazards I'd been navigating around, not without serious modifications. Maybe not at all. We made some changes. Grab bars in the bathroom, railings on both sides of the stairs, better lighting everywhere. All the things that might make navigating my house less terrifying. And they helped. Some, but they didn't change the fundamental problem, which was that my body couldn't be trusted to move safely through space anymore. We also talked about alternatives, about moving somewhere all on one level, about that nursing home fear that had been growing louder every day, and I resisted, fought against it, said I was fine, said the modifications were enough, said I could manage. But we both knew that managing meant living in fear, meant planning every movement like a military operation. It's been 5 weeks since we had that conversation. Considering changes I swore I'd never consider, because I'm learning that staying in your house at any cost, when that cost is living in constant terror of your own body, isn't worth it. That independence means being safe enough to live, not just stubbornly refusing to admit you need something different. I'm learning that when you start planning every movement through your own house, when navigation requires strategy instead of just walking, when your home has become an obstacle course you're no longer sure you can complete, that's not just caution. If you're planning your movements through your own house, this is your body telling you that your environment isn't safe for you anymore. That changes need to happen. There's still time to make changes while you have choices. There's still time to build, support, or move somewhere with it already built in. But there's not unlimited time. That's when others make all your decisions. So please, look at how you move through your house. That's not independence. If this resonated with you, if you're planning your every movement in fear, I hope you'll subscribe to this channel. We need to talk about this fear. We need to face it before it destroys us. Real independence means being safe enough to move freely.